I have strawberries and blueberries.
Oh, do you like the video?
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly wing at number 22. What are we going to talk about? No idea. Let's find out. What's up, everybody? We're going to start off today with Maji-chan. Maji, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
All right, what do you got going on?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, good talk. Raven Nevermore, what you up to?
Yeah, I pulled into the drive-thru the other day, and the guy's like, "What's the title of the book you're reading?" "It's Everything I Want to Do is Illegal." Or stories from the local food front. It's an interesting book. He talks about issues that he runs into with the government officials showing up to his farm whenever he's just trying to do stuff.
Cool. Well, what's it called again?
Everything I Want to Do is Illegal. War stories from the local food front. And it's got a take on there. The farmer's got his arms.
It sounds a little interesting. We might chat about that later.
Okay.
And Herman, hold on, gotta read what it says today. Okay, Herman, no sleep till Hedgeland Hunter.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, you guys hear me?
All right.
Okay.
Yep, he is one of the knights who says knee.
Me.
Me.
Icky, zip, tang.
You can say knee, but can you say Ferengi?
Ferengi?
What's up, Billy Bob?
Kapla, kapla, kapla.
Kapla to
right.
you too.
You just kaplot all over the place.
Now, speaking
James,
of Ferengi,
huh?
Kapla,
Now,
yo.
speaking of Ferengi,
Yeah.
we got James here.
James Esparza. How's that Endless World of Wonder coming along?
It's coming along. I've spent all day writing and trying to get as much done as possible and almost editing it at the same time, but it's coming along great. I got quite a few words done today.
Yeah, the amount of stuff you crank out is just astounding. I mean, you really fleshed it out. I mean, everything from cyberpunk to sword and magic, but don't call it magic; they'll get offended. It's just it sprawls out everywhere, and it all cohesive. It's awesome.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That is a lot of those. Thank you. I try real hard, and I'm going at it like crazy with every free moment I have throughout the day, which is why you don't see me too often.
Yeah, well, the more I don't see you, the busier I figure you are, because when you get on, you chat, but then all of a sudden you're gone. It's like words are hitting the keyboard right there.
Either that, or I'm just trying to earn the dollar bill to keep the roof over my head.
Yeah, that seems to get in the way quite a bit, doesn't it?
Every day.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
How you doing, Readout?
I apparently live in rabbit holes, according to my coworker now.
Why is that?
Because I just been going on tangents. I'll just start with one thing, and then it's like, wait, how do we end up here? Don't worry about it.
Which rabbit holes?
That's kind of like every episode of the Weekly
Which
Wing,
rabbit holes?
Yeah.
Yes, all of the rabbit holes.
Yeah,
Wait, I thought you were
do that
called
too.
the unforeskin, the uncircumcised. Excuse me. Sorry.
That's a joke for those that are in the chat, and we're gonna.
Yeah,
leave
that
it
we weren't live when we made that joke, so nobody's gonna understand the reference.
I know, but it still
And
works.
I think some of us don't want to.
No,
It's not as bad as it usually would be, but it's still wasn't
a riff
how
on
I
the
was
title
planning
of
to
the live
start the
stream.
show. You know.
It's not bad as it could be, but it's bad.
Yeah. And
Perfect.
down in the chat, we got first up tonight, first in, Jose Hernandez. First in, best dressed, we will assume. You're dressed like a little J.
That's right, the Maji simp in the chat flesh.
Yes.
What did I do?
Jose's
Jose,
here.
Your fan club is here.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Jose Hernandez.
Right along with Guilty Gearhead. Hola. What's going on, man? I wonder, Guilty, do you actually like run a garage or something? Or are you just into motorsports on the weekend? How did the handle come about?
I think
You
it's,
guys
it's the
ever
fighting game.
the fighting game?
Guilty Gear series. It's a fighting game.
That
I've
sounds
actually never heard of it.
familiar. Well, there's a lot of games out there, you know.
Yeah, but he plays it.
It'd be weird if he didn't.
Yeah, so guys, I heard today that Young Ripa put up a video. There's another graphic novel coming, and it's not Isom #2, not yet. That apparently is coming, but next up this fall is going to be, I think it's this fall, Alpha Core, and we're going to find out about those cops that were. What's your name, Yaira? I think. They were slugging it out with Yaira in the streets.
Yeah,
there.
the green guys.
I'm assuming it's going to be a prequel book, and also the next book that is coming out is Isom 2. Campaign starts June, the 1st of June.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I listened to that video while I was at work today. It is written by Chuck Dixon. I do not know who did the
We don't know an artist yet.
Yeah.
Eric will reveal who the artist is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Graham Nolan.
You know what? I'm thinking every time we had somebody in there, like all of a sudden there's a couple of characters, and then you get like this splash page with a big logo with their name over it. I'm starting to think every one of those we saw is going to be their own series.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably going to get a Norfolk series too.
I don't think you'll see Yaira until next year, because I don't even think he ever.
Yeah, she was a side character. He didn't plan on her being popular.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now I do think maybe Norfolka is the other book.
That would be cool. I'm excited for that one.
Because I don't really see why would you have the Norfolka at the end of Isom 1 if we're not going to get that until maybe a year and a half.
Oh yeah, they said that they set it up though like this is going to be a big deal, and I mean we know they're pretty much the RC Scott. Hey, what's going on, man? We know it's pretty much going to be a probably the
RC,
space gods.
What's going on?
But the question is, I wonder how they're going to set it up. Right now, it's exciting because there's so much mystery to it. But once the reveals come and we learn the origins and the in-world lore, I think we'll see how it holds up after that. But I think it's going to be interesting.
I'm
It's
excited.
gonna be like demon hunting, ain't it? That's what they're talking about, demons on Earth and shit like that.
Probably.
How can they tell?
Yeah.
Well, no, they kind of briefly mentioned it in the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm excited he's actually brought in real writers. Maybe it'll help kind of solve the problems of the first book.
Writers, what are those?
Writers.
This sounds familiar.
Lasers.
I think.
What is their job?
dabbled.
What do they do? I would like to know.
Just use AI.
Oh no, I've been asking Hollywood that for years.
Right?
Just use AI.
So which one are you guys more excited for? The Alpha Core or the Norfolka? Potential Norfolka?
Potential
Alpha
Norfolka.
Core because it's Chuck Dixon, and I think it could really work as a comic book. The Alpha Core work really well.
Chuck Dixon did Punisher and Nightwing.
He done a lot of the Bat family and shit like that.
And then I want to get his Ghost of Kunaman Bay, but I missed it, so I might not be able to get it.
Make sure they might have a website where you can on demand or something, Maji, if you missed it. I'm not too sure. I don't remember, but I think maybe they do because it's that's the one with Graham Nolan as the artist.
Yeah,
right?
It's based off of the Florida Key hurricane, which was
If
you do your research on that hurricane, is insane.
Also, I'm going to be 100% the Alpha Core artist. I 100% suspect it's fucking Graham Nolan. If you're gonna get Chuck Dixon, you better well just get Graham Nolan. They work together all the
Yeah.
fucking time, anyways.
I have Chuck Dixon's Conan #1.
If you want to look up that hurricane that ghost one is based off of, it's the Memorial Day hurricane.
Okay.
That's the official name of the hurricane.
Memorial Day.
It's either Memorial Day or Labor Day hurricane. Can't miss it. There's only one.
Well, at least it lands on a holiday. So,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why we.
It was so
That's why,
considerate of the weather.
Yeah, it's very. You know,
Yeah.
They were already taking a day off. Yeah, whatever.
Well, that was before they started naming the hurricanes, so that was one of the first ones that actually got a name.
Oh.
And then they named them after women.
I think this year we're supposed to have an El Nino.
Yeah.
I remember back in the 90s, they would not shut up about those. They're like, oh, El Nino. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
do
I
all this
know.
stuff. They was like, they made the news are like thirsty for it. Like, this is
Yeah.
our ratings thing. El Nino. We shall ride it to victory.
Yeah. Well, I think
Seriously,
it's-
they went nuts for that.
This
yeah.
is the
Sounds
most
gross.
recent El Nino in the last million years.
Yeah. Well, we're getting another one.
Oh my god!
That is
What
mathematically
about the
correct.
last one? Ignore that.
And then later on they tell you, oh yeah, this happens every so many years. It's like, why did you make a freaking big deal out of it?
Every other year.
Because they needed the ratings. Trump wasn't around yet.
No, yeah, Trump really wasn't around yet. No, they
you
could have
what?
gotten that. They could have gotten that from either Rush Limbaugh or George Herbert Walker Bush. One of the two.
Well, I'm in New England, so El Nino, I'll take it. No hurricanes for me.
Yeah. I think Texas is supposed to get a lot of extra rain or something.
Jose's just determined to get you taken down on a regular.
I see what you mean, but I don't get the quip. Oh, I
Already
just sank in.
using-
Holy crap, slow in the uptake.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to show it, Jose. It's just a little too un-YouTube-ish, you could say.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's
Yeah, say
El,
pig instead.
El Ninos and El Ninas.
Yep.
I think the only one that's the recent one has been a little bit longer of the last cycle.
Unfortunately, yeah, it kills down on the hurricanes, but it ups the tornadoes.
Yeah, but Jose, YouTube don't know that.
Yeah, they'll never figure it out by your name. And
I mean,
I'm going to harp on it again. It's ethnic, not racist. You don't have another
Yeah.
race hanging around here to be racist against.
and plus, actually, Wrangler is Spanish.
We're all humans here. We're all broken individuals down here.
Speak for yourself. My
And we
avatar's
got
a
a mix-
pony.
And we got a Mexican right next to us.
We got all see we're all Spanish here, yet we're still diverse because we're all different kinds of Spanish.
I'm from the German part of Latin America,
Oh, Maji.
which
y'all-
actually isn't that much of a joke.
Jose. Well, like
Disney-
I said, there's always another show going on in the chat.
I
Ron
want to comment
DeSantis
on that
is,
so badly.
Yeah, imagine what he would be
won't.
typing if he went over to the Rumble chat, which, by the way, I forgot to check on. Where did that go? There. Yeah. Oh, Rumble's nice and
Unfortunately-
quiet. I didn't miss anything.
I
Did
had
you-
to choose between YouTube or Rumble on my phone. It's one or the other.
I just
Yeah.
actually got done running ads on Rumble. Believe it or not.
Nice. How's
I
that
got
working?
accept not well. I think I got like 7 link clicks, and it didn't even spend like a third of what I allocated to it. So I don't think I did it right. Either that or I suck at it. One of the two.
Hey,
Well-
when I ran ads on YouTube, I paid a couple $100 on and off over a few months, and I got thousands of clicks on it according to the analytics. Not one person
Once-
bought.
Yep.
Saturday,
say-
I was at a town event at a booth, and it got washed out, pouring rain. The parade got canceled. Most of the crowd didn't show. There was more people than I thought would be there, but just people walking by on a rainy day, and I mean, I don't mean just drizzly. I mean, it was pouring. I still
Right.
sold 2 books just from people walking by the table on a rainy day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
but thousands of clicks according to YouTube commercial, not one.
Well, I made that short with James for Black Knight, and I think I've only gotten 20 views on the damn thing.
Jose, we all knew that Royce was gay.
He
can't
drank
out
that
him.
What
beer.
am I
Just
missing in the
no.
comments?
Yeah, I warned you guys about the beer. No one listened to me.
It changes you.
Yeah, he just
Don't
got
drink
a
Corona beer. You know what happens when you drink Corona beer.
You put on a sombrero.
Everybody
Royce's
wants to come
closet-
after you with a
phone ring.
shot.
And Royce's closet is just Bud Light and Miller Light.
Oh,
And Zima. Lots and lots of Zima.
speaking of Bud Light and Budweiser and stuff, Harley Davidson has decided to follow in Bud Light's footsteps and have hooked their
No.
logo onto a Budweiser beer can.
What?
They put what logo on there?
It's all
They-
part of the plan.
Yeah, they put the Harley Davidson logo on a Budweiser can.
Why would they do? Why would they risk that with their company?
Did
Because
they have a
they're all
contract
in.
beforehand and they were stuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
could've
probably
been
it
that.
right
Yeah.
there.
But apparently, Harley Davidson fans have been pretty pissed off with the CEO since he's not an American, and he's been trying to go all electric and stuff, and of course that's kind of a no-no.
Crap. That's
You're
crap.
gonna make Harley Davidson go all electric.
Yeah,
No. It's a Harley. You got to have that.
Well, I guess you could just add speakers and play
Yeah, I
the
was about to
soundtrack
say.
of it.
They tape a tape player to the back that has that.
It's just
They
stupid.
could do-
Hold on.
Gotta
Let me
get
hook
that
up the
bass.
Bluetooth and find that file on my phone. Motorcycle Rumble. There we go. Let me start playing that as I drive down the road.
And those people that pass my house would do it too, just to irk everybody in this
Yeah.
neighborhood, this quiet neighborhood.
If
Hold
I
up, they
wanted-
did delay the electric Harley Davidson motorcycle because when it turned on, all it kept screaming was "I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay."
It
I
sounded
had
too much
a,
I don't know if you
scooter.
could say that on YouTube, Billy Bob.
I
Yes,
had a
you can.
Kawasaki Vulcan 500cc, and at the time I was over 300 pounds. That thing looked like a scooter underneath me. Had this big dude in a dump truck pull up alongside me at a light and go, "Brother, you need a bigger bike." I was like, "You want to buy me one?" If I could afford one, I would have one. What sucked is I had to sell it to get a car because they wouldn't let me keep delivering pieces on just a motorcycle. So
Wrangler,
That's a
do you ever
shame.
see the meme or the joke pictures of the 600-pound dude on a little motorbike?
yeah,
I've seen that.
Seen the
in real life.
memes. Me too. I've seen it in person.
I have. I will never forget that fucking day. I was like, to the point when I was a kid, I couldn't tell if the motorbike was a tiny motorbike or was a normal size one that just looked tiny.
Jose, I'm still waiting for a post I can actually share from you tonight.
I'm
You can
listening
get this
pedal
one.
to my
You can get
cat.
this one.
He's being hungry.
Hey, Jose, just put in Minecraft and we're fine.
Oh, he's gonna Minecraft the hell out of our chat.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Yeah. So, hey, IronAge magazine. Heard he's already starting on the. Well, I mean, we know he's starting on issue number 2, but I guess they're looking at setting up a subscription setup or whatever.
I haven't heard
about
much on it, but it wouldn't surprise me because wasn't that the goal in the first place?
I hope so.
I think so.
I mean, I haven't even. We haven't gotten issue number 1 here, and I'm already ready for 2 and beyond. It's like,
It stinks.
all right,
We
let's
cannot
not turn
buy
into the Marvel
Florida.
movies where we're all into the end credits and not the actual movie.
It really stinks. We cannot buy a Shellhar ad. I'm kind of sad. Actually.
I think that'll fly completely on its own, just through the ramifications.
The power of the meme. The power
Well,
of the
I
meme.
need to hurry up and finish writing that story. I was reading through it last night.
Take
and
your
I'm
time.
Like,
take your time.
man, I gotta
Because
finish
mine
that
takes place
dialogue.
6 months after the second book, and I still got to finish the second book. So
I know, but the dialogue just sounds weird in the last act. But I'm like, okay, I just got to finish the ending, and then I could go back and edit everything.
see, that's better, Jose Hernandez. You know, he said to do all that stuff right there, and then
Well,
in
hello.
Minecraft, I like how you've changed the font for in Minecraft. It's like
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
So this
Might be
is
interesting.
the area. This is my working area now.
This is
Oh,
where all the
nice.
magic
cool.
happens.
Hang on, I'll blow your screen up here. Hang on. There it is.
That cabinet you see back there,
Mhm.
the book cabinet, whatever, that right over there. That's we bought that, and that's going to be hanging up. And then this cabinet over there, that's going to be moved over here so you can't see it. And that's where that's where my guitars are going to go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll be able to do live streams and not have
Awesome.
to constantly
Do-
have a hedge on my
Do-
icon thing.
Do you have a YouTube channel yet, or
Yeah, I've got one,
okay?
but
Have you been making videos? I never even thought to ask you. You're on here all the time. I've never once asked you what's your channel.
it's Herman P. Hunter's The Lore Forge.
You are you putting videos up on there yet, or is this
Yeah, I got a
future
bunch of 'em.
project?
I got a bunch of them, but in order to make any sort of progress, you have to do either advice videos or you have to be a YA author that's talking about their writing life. And
Oh god. And I hate both of those. Those are the two
No,
I actively
don't
avoid
talk
on
about the
YouTube.
YA. Anything but the YA.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's coming
so
back.
this is my writer's life. Okay, yeah, whatever.
The Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. They're coming in too fast, man. They're coming in too fast. So yeah.
There we go. Oh, I am subscribed. Apparently, why am I not?
Did you hit the bell?
No, but it should show up. Oh, it's been a few months. That's why. Okay, I was gonna say any new videos should show up in under my subscriptions and newsfeed.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's because I
Just
haven't
so.
done any more videos. Been a little busy. From about November all the way over to a little past March, I was busy boy. It was
Something about the Wizard's Stone
phase.
getting published.
Oh yeah, that thing was cursed, is still cursed, and will probably always be cursed.
Do you just regularly throw holy water on the video file in the corner?
I kind of
Jesus fuck, we see Herman.
Well, welcome back, Billy Bob.
Kind of close to what I had you described in the book, except a bit more white hair, a bit whiter.
Yeah. Now all this cat went gray, but my hair, don't know why.
Skunks, I agree.
Yes, you should. Oh, and there's this. I usually have this rig that I wear for live streams, but I want to test everything out. So here it is.
Cool.
Now go
Jose
get a
Hernandez says, I have a YA book where the protagonist is a strong female protagonist. She drinks to numb the pain of her life and tries and fails to seduce a preacher. Empowerment.
Yay!
And you read it. That's the
I
sad part.
hate the empowerment.
I think there needs to be a lot of asterisks next to Jose's use of empowerment.
I
Actually,
think Jose just has these ethereal asterisks that just kind of float around his shoulders as he walks through the world.
Actually,
Hold up.
I think the problem is that she didn't seduce the preacher. That's not technically empowerment. If she had, empowered.
Hold up, Herman. You made a big fuck up.
What?
Isn't there something you're supposed to be showing off?
Like
Two
what?
things in particular.
You mean that?
Yeah. Jesus, the glare.
And the tattoo on my butt.
Mm-hmm. Pull it out.
Do you,
Hang on.
do you have a do you have a down periscope tattoo as well?
Hang on, I'll go grab it.
I don't want to see it, damn it.
He gotta go grab his tattoo. He ripped it off. He couldn't stand it.
Hold up, Jose. We were just saying ass, not dicks and balls, okay? Getting pretty gay in here.
Well, you're trans
In my-
Ferengi. What do you expect?
That's right.
Well,
We got Christian in the chat now.
the ultimate
Kahuna is
kahuna.
here.
Hey, you
Hey,
filthy
Kahuna.
assholes! What's going on, man?
And I saw Skunks too. Did we say hi to him?
Yes, he
Hey,
is.
skunks.
Hi,
He's
Skunks.
right there. And so, I guess the critics are coming out talking about Little Mermaid now and not saying a whole lot good, but like,
Okay, there's my other book.
Oh, hang on, let me find that button.
That's my other book.
Oh, with
I'm gonna be a
EPROMs.
dunce. What's an EPROM? Yeah, what's an EPROM?
Oh, okay. This is the other book.
Jesus, blinding.
there you go. You're no
Here, put
longer
it towards your
reflecting.
face. So
I just
focus.
hold it like this the entire time. And this is the bookmark that I had Gary Shipman make for me.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Are you marketing those or?
No, they're going to be free giveaways.
That's what I did on the Eric July, the Ripperverse survey. Is told him he needs to add fucking bookmarks to go along with the book.
Yeah. And the other thing is it has, I put 2 QR codes on there, one for Gary and one for me. So if they like the image or they want to go check out the artist, they can go check out the artist at his website. So everybody wins. Kind of, sort of, somewhat.
What the fuck is Jose talking about? Oh, he says, okay, I see what he's responding to.
Actually, let me go get the other bookmark.
Christian said he had 2 dates in one day.
Sweet though.
Both of them guys.
I can't remember who I was listening to was going on and talking about the critics of the Little Mermaid. A lot of them were panning the movie, but all of them like put it in the little disclaimer. But Halle Bailey was great.
How can she be great if the movie is beep?
I think they're just trying to avoid any.
You can
Any
have a great
accusations of
actor with a
prejudice.
terrible script.
And yes,
Did y'all see the Grace
I
Randolph
I did.
skit?
I did a whole video on just that subject. Kamala Khan and Iman Vellani. I think she does a fantastic job playing the character. I still would like to see the character in a movie that doesn't suck.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
I mean-
Daisy Ridley was good as Ray. I just thought the character sucked in the movies or shit.
Well, like even the girl from Wednesday, she was amazing as Wednesday. The script was just terrible.
Good to see you, Trip.
So
Hi,
apparently,
Trippy.
Haley Berry was on a show in Mexico and got like some random question or something, or some statement said to her or something. And after she went off the show, she like threw a temper tantrum or something because I don't know what exactly the guy said, but it was something along the lines of nobody there in the theater saw the color of your skin because they were amazed by the color of your eyes or something. I don't know. Something silly like that. And apparently that was too much, and that was a huge microaggression and sent her into a tizzy or something.
What is a microaggression? Is that like the little quick facial expression or something someone makes that's easy to miss and is like, like a
You mean
micro
like that?
expression when reading body language?
Yeah,
mean
I
like
was
that?
gonna
Watch
say
South
it's just
Park.
like Herman.
Hold up. Watch PC Principal compilation on YouTube on South Park. There you go. He'll explain it to you.
Yeah, a microaggression is just something that somebody gets insulted or whatever. They
It's-
didn't like something you did by accident.
Herman, I'm
Nice.
sorry. Your bookmark is now a microaggression.
Now,
Oh, okay. I'll just
are those
paste the
links
shared
on the
link.
back of it?
Yeah, actually, you can scan the links and it takes you. In this case, this is Eric Hawkins. It takes him to his, I think it's Patreon channel, and mine takes you right to the Amazon.
Now, does the artwork correspond to the book?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Nice.
just making sure. Because
As
the other
far
one
as
was the sword with the coil flame, and that one's is it a pick? It's supposed to be like a forge pick or something.
No, this is a spike, which if you've read the book, you'd know what it means.
Well, wasn't the other one a flaming
It
sword?
means you haven't read the book.
I told you I haven't read it. I've been writing. I got the Revenant in the tomb. I just got to read it.
now, when I asked what a micro expression was, the Ultimate Kahuna answered, "It's an excuse to be a dick."
It's that too.
Yeah.
Jose Hernandez, in reference to our previous post, says,
I'm
"Wrangler,
triggered."
read the comment." No.
No,
Oh
I'm
wait,
waiting
he followed
for-
up with Wrangler, read the effing comment.
I'm
Still
waiting for
no.
my remnant of the tomb. It's supposed to show up any day now.
Woohoo!
I got it. I just once I'm done writing the first draft of my story, I'll pick it up. I got to read Frequencies as well.
Yeah, Frequencies has been on hold since I started writing Shalar. Sorry, Frequency.
That's okay. If you're writing, you're writing.
I know, but I want to finish.
The other fun thing with The Little Mermaid is the poster for China, of course, does not show her color. She looks kind of blue.
So,
Apparently
let me
China's
see
had
if
the
I can
lowest
find that and
release
put it
in
on
movie
screen.
history for that movie.
Hold up. In the
China.
Chinese poster, they just replace her with what's his name, the fucking crab. They swap their positions.
No, they put her like far enough away, and because of the lighting and stuff, she looks blue. And so people have been making the joke about what's the blue aliens?
Avatar.
The avatars.
Yes, Avatar.
Remember, this is the same.
Eloy?
The country that has the same political party that is allegedly funding all these Disney films. Allegedly.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. of course.
Allegedly. But it's very good. Very one of
Did
the
y'all
best.
see that Grace Randolph stuff?
Hey, Jason.
Her
No, James
she's
Gray.
defending Little Mermaid, and then she compares
no.
black people to half breeds
What?
with the mermaids and the white dude, and saying it's an interracial couple.
Yeah, I heard of it, but I didn't want to kill any more brain cells. They still hurt from watching our Mario review.
Oh my
Look, have you ever seen? She doesn't look natural. Grace Randolph never looks natural. Like she doesn't look well. She just looks scary. All of her thumbnails, she looks scary. She scares me.
She looks confused in all her thumbnails.
Well, unfortunately, Grace Randall's review of Little Mermaid is so sketchy. I'm almost afraid to do the playback on it because I've heard enough clips that it's like, dude, this sounds terribly racist.
God, that live action poster is sacrilege.
Is
What
this
the
is this
fuck?
one of them?
Is that a real
No.
poster or is that
Nope.
Photoshop?
She's
I don't know.
she's like really far away from where it is, and it's like
I'm looking
just a
for.
bunch of water.
Be careful you don't roll into any Rule 34 on there.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, true.
If
You
it
don't wanna-
exists,
Content.
if it exists, there's porn of it. That's what Rule 34 means.
Oh, I don't think it would
Let me
pop up
see.
in a typical search.
Oh, yes, it will.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of one
typically
time
don't have
looking
that
for
stuff
Fox
pop
and the
up on
Hound and ended up in furries.
Did you
That
find the
doesn't
box
take long.
down there?
I wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
Did you know that Pittsburgh has an effing anthrocon?
What?
An anthrocon.
What is
Like
that?
in the arthropods?
No, a full-on furry convention.
Oh God, I didn't want to know.
That's not what I thought that meant.
I was thinking insects. I'm like, wait a second, what?
Oh, when he said anthrocon, I thought, oh, a convention for anthropologists or something.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I
a
was thinking.
wonderful video by Pittsburgh Dad, who's a YouTube icon. He is an almighty here in the Berg. Anyways, he did a whole video of him reacting to its existence, and he just looked disturbed while he was there. I've never seen him look disturbed. I don't know, just another fun trivia from yours truly. I'm
The
in
more you
hell.
know.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure the nuke hits your state first. Yeah. No reason in Minecraft.
Yeah, Jose Hernandez is using that in Minecraft like every other post now. Billy Bob, you created a monster. What was it like a couple weeks ago? We like said in Minecraft every other word.
Oh yeah,
At
because
the end of the
Because
show,
we're
we're
on
all
a
getting
touchy
dopey.
subject. So, how surprised are we about the Disney Hotel being obliterated?
oh yeah, in a year and a
None.
half.
A
It'll be a
little
year and a half
surprised.
until it blasted.
I thought it would last a little longer.
I
Sorry,
didn't. I
what
thought
what was it
gonna-
you asked? I was reading the chat and missed
So
missed what you said.
the Star Wars Galaxy hotel
Oh, okay. You know what?
is closed down.
I didn't even follow. I was so disinterested in that. I knew there were like videos popping up in my subscriptions and my news feed on it left and right. I was like, I just couldn't make myself care enough to listen to one of them. It was like Galactic Cruise. I don't care.
Frequency. Did you ever see the? I think they end up somehow the original park concept art got leaked. I remember where like
No,
the original what it was originally going to be, and it was going to have like Geonosis, indoor Hoth, what else? Tatooine, all this other stuff, and it was
I
going to be
didn't.
entire.
That sounds like it would have been that would have been better.
Yeah. Let
Why
me see
didn't
if I
they
can
do
find
that?
it.
Oh, because
see if-
fans would want that, and they can't do that. Yeah, that's right. Ultimate Kahuna says, "I hope it doesn't disappoint you to hear that the Revenant in the tube, the Revenant's a tuber now, is for my style than the Wizard Stone. I love them both, though.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife about that yesterday. I said I knew it was different from the first one, and did I write myself? Did I set a bar that was too high for me to match? And my wife felt that I didn't, but I still feel that I have. So, but the follow up to the Revenant and the Tomb is coming out next year, and I'm like in the middle of that right now. So
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see more of Revenant. Paul Cedric.
it's getting there.
So you said 12 Gear will be off on a different adventure, but
Yes, he's going somewhere
Hero
else.
Adani will still be with him.
Yes, she will. And this one introduced a new character called Ro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is Ro is that dude or a chick?
Dude. He's a trapper. He's a dude.
Dude. I totally trapped it.
Yeah, that looks nothing like what we've seen. That actually looks kind of cool.
It actually almost looks Lovecraft.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks pretty decent.
Very blue.
And then I can imagine like this big
Well, that
tentacle
too.
creature
And we know
coming
why
up
they're
beneath
doing
her.
You're thinking of a much better movie.
Yeah.
Is he a
That-
hamster? I totally got
There's
that reference.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But it's questionable whether or not China will even allow it.
No, it's been released, but it's had like the lowest movie release in China history.
Oh, really?
Hey, frequency.
China.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Just sharing the screen.
I miss her already.
I'll check that in just a second, Billy Bob. Oh, A.S. Bernard snuck in here. A.S., what's up, man?
Yo. What's up? Gang sign.
And Jose Hernandez is still waiting to see the place go kaput.
I'm hoping
He means he's gonna do it in Roblox.
in Minecraft. Oh, okay, Roblox. Okay.
I thought he was doing it in The Sims.
Here, I'll pause it and I can get you the effects in a sec.
All right.
Or mute it.
A.S. Bernard says, I'm currently working on a flag for my book. Awesome.
Jose, man, you really need to do like some breathing exercises or yoga or something. Let the anger just kind of exhale out through your nose or something like that.
Hamster.
Oh, wow. You want me to share this? Why? Just
I
to
think
prove
that's
that that what we're talking about is a real thing.
I got it.
Yeah, I think that
Opening
was supposed
day.
to be what the original idea for like the theme park was supposed to be.
Opening day in China, only $13,000 worth of sales.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Anthrocon is Pittsburgh premier furry convention. Why did you send me this?
Why
To
are we
prove that
looking
it
this up?
exists. You
I
were
believed
doubting
you.
me.
I didn't need the evidence.
Look,
Just wanted to be certain.
they even have like superstar furries. Wow. I'm
I
Kinda-
want to know more about James's book.
grossed out.
Readout was
says-
just trying to prove that he's been there. Yeah.
James Craig
I've been to
says,
the
I'm
building.
grinding
I've
some
not been to
words,
the
then we'll
convention.
be making the thumbnail for tomorrow's review. Good evening,
Nice.
James. Good to see you there.
Hey.
Looking forward to that.
Hey,
one.
your
All
last
right.
review with Shad Brooks' book, that one was really good, James. Check out his channel, guys. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Jose Hernandez says, but the fantasy of seeing my enemies suffer is what keeps me from bashing my skull in. Well, that's the
Minecraft.
spirit. Nice and positive. Good.
Who's
good
your
outlook.
enemies? Because that was us suffering looking at that commercial.
Have your enemies driven before you?
Yep.
Hear the lamentation of their women.
I just watched that a couple weeks ago.
No, they just shake their furry tails in your face and never mind.
I think we're talking about two separate things here, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maji's
Talk
got her
about
mind
Conan,
really
talk about
stuck in
Conan.
the furry asshole, you know.
I'm a little concerned after that damn commercial.
I
I
am
might change
too.
my avatar, damn it.
A.S. Bernard says, my PFP is the coat of arms in the city and my whip. And
Nice.
Guilty Gearhead says, kill it with fire in Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yes. Oh,
Always in
speaking of
Minecraft.
fire, and
Kill
speaking
it
of
with
Shad,
fire.
Shadiversity did a playing with flaming swords video.
Oh, yeah?
It looked really cool.
Okay. I think I did see that video when I was scrolling through. I didn't stop and watch. Is that worth my time?
Yeah, I did post it. At least playing a little bit of it, just because they played around with them and stuff. Basically, they took wicks and on one of the swords they kind of ran it in and out along both sides of the sword blade, and then on the other one they did like a really heavy duty wick or something along both sides. But it was kind of cool to kind of see that concept. And then they tried doing some cutting and stuff, and it's like the one sword that they had that was a huge chopping blade did a lot of chopping, but the thing was that the blade got hot enough to a point where it was sizzling. Because I think in one of the cutting things they tried to use some pork, and it
Bacon.
it seared the meat because the blade was so hot. Now, granted, it didn't, like you would think a flaming sword, it like it would cauterize the thing or whatever. No, there was a good deep cut, but it just seemed to like burn or blacken the other portions that it just touched.
Maji, your simp turned on you. Damn.
I'm still trying to comprehend exactly what he's communicating here.
He's saying Maji is autistic. Chris Chan is the god of autism and a furry and a brony. She's just proving the stereotypes because she's autistic and she has a pony. My Little Pony.
I'm blanking on who's Chris Chan. I'm just drawing
Chris
a blank at the moment.
Chan. He made what was it? Sonichu.
Oh, that's who you. I kept thinking you were mentioning him last week. I kept thinking you were saying Christian and just saying it in a weird way. I didn't realize you were saying Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the funny thing about that. I have autistic tendencies because ADHD and autism can't be diagnosed in the same person right now, even
Not
though
yet.
they often overlap.
Maji, I don't think
Yeah,
you got
that's
the insult he was doing to you.
yeah. I was
Well,
told
there's
I
some
was
truth to that.
I was diagnosed with ADHD and they pumped me full of Ritalin.
So, Wrangler,
Yeah,
you do know.
turns out no, it was more like the autism. Didn't find that out until it was like diagnosed in a family member, and they looked at the repeated patterns. Like, oh, hey, duh, there's your issue.
I'm an
Frequency,
excellent
you do know
driver.
why Chris Chan was arrested, right?
We're counting cards.
No,
He was doing stuff with his let's say what was it? She had dementia, his dementia mother. Reenacting Game of Thrones.
should I be glad I didn't see Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like I
Yeah.
should be glad too.
Yeah, that's what he was arrested. He was arrested for. You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Okay, let's speak in
It's
my
true,
terms.
Jose. I had no idea who he was.
Did he go?
I've heard the name, didn't know who he
Just-
was.
We don't need to go into it. It sounds like that's all we need to
No,
know.
we don't.
God, Jesus, you need to watch a video on it. Frequency.
I feel like taking a shower after hearing it. So
I feel like
Then
taking.
apparently I don't need to watch a video on it.
no, probably wise.
I'd rather keep our people watching.
I'm gonna have
Yep,
to take one of them
I'm
tomato
gonna-
packets here.
I'm going to take the advice from James Craig.
Listen to James.
I do not want to know.
Okay, so James Crate is the freaking book expert of this channel. I am going to take his advice.
Jose, I wouldn't call him the Majesty. Not the
More-
word I
more-
describe.
Is mess more accurate?
An absolute, like, just disgusting. That's the best word. Disgusting.
No, we don't need to know. Damn,
Well, let's
You
talk
will
about
know.
something more fun then.
Herman looks professional.
Yeah, these are actually my I call them my coding glasses. So these are made specifically to
Look
work
at the
on a
screen.
computer. Yeah, because like when you've been writing code for the last 30 years, you kind of develop problems with your eyes.
Yeah.
I
But
like to
whatever.
wear- I like to wear blue light glasses so I'm not squinting all the time.
I should be wearing glasses now. I've never had. Actually, I have had glasses prescribed to me, but they oddly weren't prescription. They weren't to help me see clearer. I had photophobia and I had light sensitivity issues, so I had to wear prescription sunglasses pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they didn't
And I was
make
like
you-
that for about a year until a chiropractor adjusted my neck and fixed the problem. I was like, "What? That did it?"
Nice.
Yeah, the
Yep.
chiropractors are amazing
Yeah,
if you can
miracle
find one that
workers.
knows what they're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
it.
go to a chiropractor once a week nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I started doing, and then my chiropractor moved because I got sciatica to my leg, and my leg's freaking killing me now. But yeah, he actually got me to the point where, like in the morning, I'm feeling really good, and I can actually walk normal now. So
Nice.
I was limping. I was limping for at least 4 or 5 years, and it
Constantly.
finally got me readjusted.
Herman, can we cut your leg off and give you like a peg leg?
Arr.
Yeah, you can be Herman R. Hunter.
No, I agree. A single
Ivy Herman Hunter.
a good trip to the chiropractor saves lives, man.
It really does.
That must have been something like he was pinching a nerve or something on you causing that.
Yeah. Could
Well,
be.
that's
yeah.
what it is with me.
That's pretty much what most of it is. They just remove the subluxations, which is a misalignment and primarily in the vertebrae. They make adjustments in other areas too, but what
the
happens is
yeah,
when the
go ahead.
nerve gets pinched, the signals between the brain and the
Wow.
organs that it's like having a fuzzy signal. So now all the information is getting back and forth, and things just won't function right because everything does operate off electrical impulses. By making those adjustments, it takes the pressure off the nerves and the information can travel freely, allowing the body to function and even heal better, more optimum.
Yeah, like on mine, they call it the sciatic nerve, and it's weird because originally my general practitioner, thought I had arthritis, although we never, because I'm getting to that age, I'm an old fart. And but the weird part is that the pain, you can when it's hurting, it spirals all the way down the leg and into the foot.
Oh,
that's-
does it wrap around the front and down your shin?
yeah, and
Oh,
it
that's the worst.
hurts when it's like right now. And it hurts bad. But then I'll go to bed, and I've got my bed set up so that it takes pressure off of that, and I'll wake up fine tomorrow. So
Sweet.
until I screw it up again.
But think about it. Your entire body is 1 inch in one giant circulatory system. So if you're hurting in any way, shape, or form, you're going to feel it throughout the body, especially where the sciatic nerve is, because that's where all your nerve endings are coming out of your back and into your legs. So you got all of that pain just bunched up right there. So yeah, if that's off, your whole day is just done.
Hey, did y'all see that John A. Douglas is now Twitter famous?
Is he?
I have
What did
heard.
he do?
I haven't seen.
Who
But
did he
I've
piss
heard.
off?
A bunch of his tweets and shit are getting like millions
That's awesome.
clicks and shit. And then he was in Ryan Kendall's video. I posted in the Taproom discussion.
Oh, no kidding.
Wait. Do we need to pull up John A. Douglas's tweets to figure out what he's doing now?
Yes. Because I went looking for his most.
It's a magnificent story.
Most recently infamous one, and I can't find it. So
The if you go to the Ryan Kendall Indiana Jones at like 4 minutes and 3 seconds, he's got John A. Douglas's Indiana Jones tweet brought up.
Oh wow.
have you guys been checking the Gilded with that one tweet that one comment I put on a tweet?
Oh, you should post that on here, man.
That thing
was
is
still beautiful.
it's still getting likes.
Well, it was good. It was a good roast.
Yeah. And the guy shut off comments on his tweet now.
If any of y'all
Well,
got
which one is
Twitter,
he getting? He's got a lot of them. Which one's he getting hooked on?
who John A.
Yeah.
It's the Indiana Jones one. It's because Indiana Jones is divorced now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
divorced, and he was
That I gotta
making
look
fun
up.
of the. Nobody wants to see the married Indy. No, the divorced broken man. And see if you can find it.
I'm trying to. It wants me to log into my Twitter. I can't remember last time I logged in.
I was trying to find it, but right now I'm looking at Asher Bruner's bookshelf. He submitted something for Daniel Green's bookshelf roastings. Pretty nice bookshelf. Sorry, I told you, go down rabbit holes.
No, that's fine. They posted on Guild. It's fair game.
Doesn't he have
I'm not
like a
seeing
link
the
to
Twitter
his-
though.
I thought he would have a link up here to maybe the books he's got out.
That's all right. Well, anyway,
Johnny
check
Douglas is
out
a
John
wonderful
Douglas's
author.
Twitter. Apparently, it's worth Ryan Kennel looking at.
Yes,
Maybe
I
they
want to
yanked
see
it.
it. He could have.
I saw it not too long ago. So I know it was there as of earlier today.
Find his. I keep looking it up and I can't find it. It's driving me insane. And I follow him.
Yeah, it took me a few minutes to find the page, and
There we
I
go.
follow him, he follows me, and I pumped it
Oh,
into
there we
search
are.
and it still didn't come up.
774 retweets, 349 quotes, 8,605 likes, and 336 bookmarks. 3.6 million views.
Dang.
Oh, did you find it?
Found
Is
it.
Okay, because I was just gonna pull up Ryan Kendall's video and show you it.
That could work too.
Well, if he's got the original post, though.
Yeah, if he's got it, it's fine.
You got that link?
I'm here for the meme.
Yeah,
I
hang
must
on,
see
I'll
the
say it.
meme.
I'll shoot you the link. Hang on. Give me the link.
I never understood how Twitter
Guilty Gearhead
works.
wants to know what kind of coding you do.
C# right now. I'm converting some COBOL to C#, but the number of languages I used to work in is varied and numerous.
Man, I thought Pascal was a pain.
Oh, I miss the days of Pascal.
Yeah, that was easy.
The ultimate kahuna said the only rabbit hole I want to hear about is in Star Shatter.
Anyways,
Oh,
the
found
Twitter
it.
link is in the private chat.
Okay, I'm pulling it up now.
Frequency Studios, courtesy white phone, please.
So while we're
Frequency
waiting,
Studios,
anybody
please come to
actually,
the courtesy white phone.
anybody in the chat has questions for us that we could cover? Because we're kind of just BSing and going by the seat
Well,
of our
we're
pants.
trying to get the Fred. We're trying to get the Fred.
Maji, this is called weekly winging it, not weekly.
I know.
planning it.
Bingo.
So who's the furry?
We're gonna play instead of 10 little Indians. We're gonna play 10 little furries.
Well, technically, Wrangler's a furry in my Shalar story. Kind of.
You just made that sound so much worse than it actually is.
Hey, you're badass in the Shalar story.
Hey, I read the story. I'm like, this is pretty cool, and then you describe it. I'm like, well, that
Yeah,
that
Wrangler
doesn't quite match.
And your character has something in common with like cannons. Some weirdly designed cannons.
Oh, in the yours?
No, yours, Maji.
All right, is this the post you were talking about, or?
Yes.
Yep.
That's the post.
Take a
Yeah,
look
that's
at the
the
stats.
only good point of the end of Crystal Skull was
3.6 million views.
Wow.
Yep, and it was in a Ryan Kennel. Ryan Kennel wrote off his what he wrote. Right off.
Let's boost that a little bit more. Boom. Let's push that thing all over the place.
But no, it's true though. The only good thing at Crystal Skull was Indiana Jones finally married her,
Yeah.
and then they divorced her.
Well, because you can't
they
show
did?
a white man having a happy life, you know. He's
Yeah,
got to be
no,
a.
according to the reviews right now, if you go read the critic reviews, they all mention that he divorced her.
Yeah,
It
he
wasn't
can't be a
because
happy
she
white
died.
man.
It wasn't because any of that. It was he's single and divorced.
Yes, 'cause
the
they
one
didn't want him to
thing
be a
the
happy
Crystal
white
Skull
man.
did right. The
Yeah.
one thing.
See, I barely remember anything about the Crystal Skull just because
Oh,
of
I
how bad
blocked
it
it
was.
from my memory, but I did
It's
like the
shit.
fact
I
that
can
he
still
got married.
remember it.
It's a trauma thing.
It really is.
I
I
didn't
like
really
this one.
I didn't really mind the Crystal Skull. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was just
It was okay up until the last 5 minutes. Then
Yeah.
it went movie bolt. Get for it, get for it.
Nah, it was bad the
Aliens.
entire time.
so.
Aliens.
I mean, it was absent the like the weight and the depth of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it didn't have sort of the mystical elements of the like the Temple of Doom.
But
Well,
So-
that and it straight up confirms the superstitious element of the story, which none of the other three ever do.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
Raiders of
not
the Lost
only
Ark.
that, but like the first one didn't really have much of a plot. You were literally running around, punching, kicking, running around, punching, kicking. But they had just
mean the
enough of the
action
plot
movie?
to keep you interested.
I mean,
Well,
action movie.
Well, yeah, but it was also they were trying to get the Ark away from the Nazis.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, so that was the most important part. And the subplot was his little thing with I forget what his name.
but
with,
that's the thing with Indiana Jones. You don't have to have this big elaborate plot
True.
with him.
You mean
It's
the
an
most
action adventure. They got to
Right.
remember that part.
I
Harmon,
did like.
You mean,
Go ahead.
you mean the most dedicated actor in movie history because he literally eats a fucking fly in that movie while
Really?
doing his
He
dialogue?
does.
Oh God.
That is commitment, man. Commitment.
But you don't see that anymore. I mean, and then
act.
they think you have to have this really big elaborate plot that they forget to have fun, and then your audience is freaking bored out of their damn minds.
That is true. They kept it simple, but they gave it a bunch of weight in the back in the front end, where he talks about the Ark, and at the back end when they actually get the Ark.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was enough there where it makes it compelling. And the Crystal Skulls, it was kind of okay, but it wasn't like the other three movies. The other three movies had a certain amount of depth to them that this really didn't have.
You didn't like the
And-
CGI monkeys?
No, I didn't like this.
What
I wanna
bugged
know
me
what
the
happened to his
most was
son.
the I could not. I got hung up on at the end there. I was like, this alien. What's his anatomy? They just took like different skulls, put it back together, and then they kind of all merge in, and now it's alive again. How does that work? That's what I was caught up on. I was like, I was able to suspend disbelief through the whole thing, but and then like, all right, the alien. This looks dumb. What the heck? That makes no sense. It's like
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think there. I'm like, they kind of took what could have been cool and just got way too out there.
Just went full stupid.
They
Never-
like
never go full
it's almost
stupid.
like they nuked the fridge or something. I don't know where does that come from anyway.
But I mean, there's certain elements that I liked. I liked the fact that he wasn't dealing with Nazis anymore; that he was dealing with Soviets.
Yeah,
And
I did like that.
And I thought, what's her name? I can't remember her name now. She played Galadriel.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. I keep going to say Clarissa or something like that. Kate Blanchett did a pretty stellar job, with that, and it had enough elements there where it was enjoyable, but I couldn't stand the son, and I can't remember his name now either.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. Ugh.
He didn't bother me. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I don't understand why. I saw. I'm sure we've all seen the video of him sitting there going, "Do it, do it." That cracks me up. I don't know what it's about, but it cracks me up. Maybe if I paid attention to what's actually the whole context, I might understand why everyone's annoyed with him. But I really have no idea, and
He
don't care.
is not worse than Ezra Miller. I'm sorry.
Is he anywhere near Ezra Miller as far as screwed up stuff he's done?
No, exactly.
Yeah, that we know of.
He's just in Mimi waters right now. He's not in legit fantasy.
Come on in, Royce.
How's it going, Royce? What you drinking tonight?
Join us.
Yeah, come on in.
Yep.
Join. We're crazy.
Join
as soon as I hit the right button.
I got a cat.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Part of the ship. Part of the crew.
Do it
Part of
live.
the ship. Part of the crew.
Wrangler, you don't realize how much I quote that at work.
Coming to the live stream, we have much to discuss. Oh boy, I murdered that. Holy cow.
We apologize for this horrifying butchery of the English language.
I wish I could, I have all the elements there for Arnold to do an Arnold impersonation, but I just can't do it.
Yeah, I can't hit the right. My brother hits something about the way he doesn't sound like him, but or not. His voice doesn't match him, but with the way he talks, the cadence, the way he matches it, matches it so much that in my head it automatically becomes that voice.
Yeah. Hear the wailing of their children and the lamentation of their women. Still not right.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon's got a Conan comic as well. I'm pretty sure you can find it.
Now, the Ultimate Kahuna asked, who are some of your favorite actors in regards to talent and least favorite in regards to who they are? I think John Travolta could fit for that. It's like he is a phenomenal talent on screen, but he starts talking about his politics. I'm like,
hello, Mr. Kata.
How's it going, Royce?
Not bad. Trying to get the wall set up.
Oh,
and
bad or not bad? You said bad, and then you said not bad.
Bad.
I just opened it up and started looking for the Kiko shirt.
It's over here. It's over here under my Vegeta.
Oh, okay.
Cool. What was that?
I have everything you need.
It's not in screen.
Hey, please keep that to yourself.
Okay. Frequency to go on with yours. Mine would be Bryan Cranston.
Don't be showing that Vegeta to anybody.
Brian who?
Bryan Cranston.
What are we talking about, Bryan Cranston?
Well, frequency.
Ultimate Kahuna asked favorite actors in regards to talent and least favorite in regards to who they are. And that made me think of Alec Baldwin. I think he's a great talent not Alec Baldwin, John Travolta. I mean, John Travolta is a great talent on screen, but he starts giving interviews and talking about whatever, like all the Hollywood types do when they start talking about whatever the latest political hot button is and just agreeing with it. I'm like, oh, shut up.
I
haven't heard him talk about it in a long time.
I will say this, probably one of my favorite actors to see on screen, because he does awesome in every role he does, but my my God, the guy's insufferable. Christian Bale.
Oh,
I think
Where's the trigger? Where is
Dude,
it?
that gets a lot of memery, but like I understand what they were going for. But man, dude, I've watched him in just a lot of different things. He did great as the FBI detective in Public Enemies. I saw him in Equilibrium. I've seen him in just a bunch of other films. And he's kind of one of those actors that when like I know that he's in a film, I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to end up watching this at some point. But my God, the guy's just insufferable. And like even on set, like people on set say that he's insufferable too. So
Do you know?
it's just, it's one
you
of
know
those
who's
things.
Opposite of that, Royce.
What?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's great on set, an actor, and he's great off set.
Oh no. And we were talking about this the other night. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is so underplayed as an actor. Like
He is.
the guy is great. And a lot of people would know Jeffrey Dean Morgan as John Winchester from Supernatural. That's where I was in.
oh, okay. That's how I remember him.
Well,
I know
he
him
was
from the
also on
spiced rum.
Canadian Irishman.
Grey's Anatomy, in which they fucking just killed him his ass
In
off.
Canada.
One that I think is grossly underappreciated is Neil McDonough. He's always the backup character.
Neil McDonald.
He's got really like fine white blonde hair. He always plays the tough guy. Trying to think of some of his movies, like Forever Strong. I'm pulling it up now because he's like I said, he's always in the backup roles, so he's never really gotten a chance to be in a main role. But if you see him, what he acts in is amazing.
You know who falls into the role of great on screen, but I hate listening to them talk about politics? Sylvester Stallone. Like, have you guys seen The Tulsa King?
I have not, but I've heard good things about it.
Dude, I am the law. Dude, no, The Tulsa King is first of all, the guy is 76 years old and still built like a brick shithouse.
He's in better shape than any of us,
dude. Yeah, by far. And well, I get things set up in the room a little bit more. I might get better shape, but that's a motivation thing on me. And dude, no, Sylvester Stallone. Just if he's in a movie, man, I'm just like I'm sold. I think Sly is just an awesome on-screen presence. Dominates every time. But my God, he's so insufferable. Especially like years ago, he's going like a 2A rant. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? So yeah.
I have no clue.
Oh yeah, no. He's a huge, like, people shouldn't have guns. We need to have all kinds of restrictions. Yet he's a concealed carry permit, and he's got bodyguards, and he has actual training.
I'll take Clint Eastwood as an actor director.
Oh, dude, he's good. Gran Torino was fucking incredible.
Could they make that movie
probably
today
his
the way
best
they
film
did?
in my eyes.
No, they couldn't. No.
Neither
Dude,
did
it got
the
crap
$1
back
million
then. Are
movie.
you kidding me? The backlash back then? I don't know if you guys remember that. Everybody was saying it was the most racist thing out there. That was back then. Can you imagine?
missed the point of the movie.
No, well, they always miss the point of the movie. No, Gran Torino was just unbelievably incredible. I saw it when I was a teenager, and all I wanted to see was action movies. And even I was like, all right, this is really, really good.
Well, something about that just it grabs your attention, and especially if you're a dude, that movie's definitely marketed for men.
Yeah.
And it grabs us at the subconscious.
Well, you're not allowed to market movies towards men now. You know, it's like a lot of that stuff that.
Then the porn industry is screwed.
Oh well, okay. Well, I said a lot of stuff's not marketed to men. Yeah, that one's still marketed.
Another good one.
What's up?
$1 Million Baby.
Baby's a really good one.
I haven't seen that one. I've had the chance to.
It made me cry.
Oh wait, no. That's where like the chair gets put in and she breaks her neck.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen. Okay, it's been a long time. I remember bits and pieces, but that was That's a rough movie to get through.
Royce, the funniest thing I've ever seen with that movie was my grandmother's her friend. He was watching it for the first time with us. And he thought when the chair scene came up and he was like, oh, and she's in the hospital. And he's like, oh, she's going to make a recovery towards the end.
Nope.
Jose
like,
Hernandez says, Unforgiven. Enough said.
I've never seen Unforgiven.
Unforgiven's
my
good.
God.
Royce, I keep
Cultured
recommending
Swan.
it.
I've never seen Unforgiven.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
pretty good.
Cow.
He also
I understand
asked,
you don't like westerns, but it's good.
Yeah.
Just
I
burn
still
your
have yet to
man
see it
card
myself.
right
Sorry
now.
to say.
Hey,
Something. What?
Now, Jose Hernandez asks, how do you, says, how do you plot it out? I got my beginning, middle, and end in sight, but making it entertaining for you to read to finish, I have trouble with.
Well, you
You
just
know what?
said you
Make
had
it
your
entertaining
beginning,
for
middle,
you.
and end, so you need to work towards each one.
Make it entertaining for you. In the off, and it's something that I was listening to Mr. Daniel P. Riley, which, by the way, I still have to figure out a guest co-host on Friday night. I got to figure out who I want to interview Mr. Daniel P. Riley. I'm not bringing the hedge on Friday night tights again. No,
Oh,
Iron Age
come
Nights.
on.
I hate that because it's such
We're
a
all
Freudian
pointing at
slip
him,
because
too.
I literally named the show Iron Age Nights because it, again, Friday Night Tights. I named it that way very specifically because of Friday Night Tights to have it roll off the tongue like that. And now I catch myself doing it. No,
He's hand talking again.
I
Well,
always hand talk.
most of us hand talk. You just can't see because I don't have the camera on.
And I'm not
I'm
even
not hand
Italian
talking.
either.
I do when I'm driving.
I'll tell you a whole story with my hands. You just have to listen. Like, it's not that hard. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm following Hero's journey almost exactly. Take some liberties, though.
Jose,
Yeah.
we'll talk in the Gilded Voice chat.
Yeah, and you also did a good thing last week when you said you subscribed to James Craig's channel, because I think he's going to go over the technicalities of writing on a lot of different videos. And he's got a few up there already that are good and interesting to listen to, but he's someone who's like, whenever I hear him talk, I listen, because there's always something, little bits of information to glean and learn from.
James does something really, really well. And he has the ability to convey his passion in what he is trying to tell you about. And a lot of people can be passionate about something, but they're very bad at conveying that passion.
Yeah.
And James does a phenomenal job with that. It also helps that the guy's got a good voice.
What's up, Herman?
What are you doing, Herman?
And then his
I thought you were waving to get our attention. He's fidgeting.
Now that I know that this disrupts thing, I'll continue to do it.
Were you a drummer?
Yeah, I used to be.
Okay.
I was gonna
to be able
say, like, that's a very fluid, even with like the pen, like that's. Hey guys, can I ask a question?
Sure.
No.
Okay. Oh.
Well, ignore Billy Bob. You could ask the rest of us.
Well, yeah. No, I'm trying to figure out like how to organize everything, because this is like the third this is like the fifth iteration of the wall, and I need to figure out what to put up here. And then obviously I'm doing like the standing videos, so I got a bunch of stuff up here, and then like that wall over there is like it keeps here.
Please fall down. Please fall down. Please
No.
fall down.
No.
Like
Give
the
it a
wall,
week.
the wall keeps going.
Oh, gotcha.
But I want to make sure that it's aesthetically good. I don't think I like the Kikomon shirt there because the microphone hides it. But I don't know. I'm in a two. So here's the bad part about the wall is now, like, you guys see this is going to be more of like the live stream setup, right? So when you guys join in, like, I finally got my Dante's Inferno here. It is extra reinforced. I had to put up a shelf here to hold that up, and then it's also wired into the shelf up top.
He's
so if that
prepared.
thing,
He's learned.
if it comes down, it's taking down 2 shelves. So
It is a nice case, though.
oh yeah,
Life did wonderful on it.
yeah, no, it's no, we found this at a garage sale, and they were like We're like, how much do you want for this? They're like, how much do you want to give us? And they're like, I don't, couple, like, I've got $3 in my wallet. And they're like, sounds like it's a $3 case then. We're like, thank you. So, no, especially, I mean, dude, it's a 140-year-old book in there, and I do still need to get some of those humidifier packets to put in here. But I mean, it's a 140-year-old book. But so I have like this standing.
Oh, you.
Hi.
My lovely wife is here, so let's do this really quickly. I need to go help her find something. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
What the fuck, Jose?
See the problem. The
We'll
problem.
be right back.
The problem is he started at $3 and sort of said, "Well, I really actually only got $1.50."
Nah, for that nice of a case, though, $3 is good.
All right, Jose, we got
Never leave money on the table.
Jose Hernandez says, well, if it's any interest to you, my protagonist is goth in style and attitude, but she gets her ass beat by the preacher she tried to seduce.
So he's a woman beater.
I guess we got one.
I cast down my gauntlet.
He says, if I had the art style, I would animate Hellfire with Royce singing about his wife.
Chuck
I know you're
Dixon
going to
does
give me
have-
crap for skipping over one of those, but I'm not hitting that other one, Jose. Sorry.
Don't.
So
Yeah.
Chuck,
Yeah, no, that
It's just one of many that's got to, skip that one.
I do have Chuck Dixon's Conan #1, and it is a book, not a comic book.
Oh,
Is it
really?
an actual book?
Yeah, it's just the cover art
Yeah.
on it is beautiful, but the inside of it, there's no pictures.
Oh, I thought it was a graphic novel. I didn't realize it was a
Yeah.
full-on novel.
Same here. I was kind of surprised, but it looks good. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it does look good. So I'm gonna read it either way.
You know what? It's not cowardice, Jose. It's there are lines.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You don't know.
Just sometimes I'm like, sorry, Jose, I'm not displaying that comment on screen.
Yeah. No, Jose gets a little spicy. He's a newer in the last month, and I enjoy him. He's got that young man energy, and he goes hard. It'd be all right. He'll mellow out as he gets.
Oh,
older.
he
He'll
has
be all right.
started so many interesting conversations on this show already, whether he intended to or not.
Right.
He's forgetting to
Oh.
put in
Oh.
Minecraft. That's what's getting him.
In Minecraft.
So
Yes, coward.
okay.
Yes, I'm only a coward in Minecraft.
So I got to figure out where to put this. This is a gift from my great aunt, but this is an old serving tray.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
I've had
Show
this since
off.
high school.
I want it.
Yeah, I've had this since high school, and I'm like, I don't know where to put this. Like I say, you hang it on the wall, and like it's actually been on the old set. It was just up over here, so you guys couldn't see it. But yeah, this is something that I want to like. Do I put this in the shot, or is like because it's a mirror and it's reflective, just kind of keep it
I
away?
think you might have
Yeah.
to keep it out.
Yeah.
What if you put it
Maybe if it's up
sideways
near the
on
top or
phone?
something where it depends on the angle of the lights to
Yeah.
where the camera is.
Well, and the angle, the light is actually. I'm surprised. I finally figured out how to get even lighting, but I could put it up. I don't know. It's always like I said. It's a matter of doing that. It's a matter of getting everything else that like my wife has bought me up, and so I got to figure out how to put this wall together. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably end up like right here in this space underneath my two Vegetas or like around the Vegetas is I'll actually put some of the Rippaverse cards here. I'll throw some nails in the wall to just
cool.
kind of lean them so they kind of like the nails are just like a small shelf that the
He
cards can
puts
sit
his
on.
Vegeta on the wall.
I put both my Vegetas on the wall.
Out in the
talking about?
open.
Or
I
see if
have
you
more
can
than
get
one
like
Vegeta.
See if
What?
you can get like a clear plastic like wrap on
They're
it.
like replaceable or
I-
something, or
I don't like the clear plastic rack because of how like reflective they are.
No.
Like-
I meant the not rack, but the same shit you put in the fucking comic book. See if you can find one for a size from the cards, and
Yeah,
have it
no,
where
no.
you have a hanger on it. We can
No,
hang
no,
it
no,
up on the back of the
and
wall.
and no, and but I don't like the clear plastic because I've been wanting to put I've been wanting to put my ISOM up, but the problem is, see how reflective that is,
Mhm.
and like the artwork doesn't come. This is my signed copy. I've been
scuff it
wanting to
up.
put this in the shot forever, but it's so
Yeah, just
it
throw
gets
some dirt on it.
It's
Ooh,
glossy.
shiny.
it's glossy and it just gets washed out. I mean, you can see the Eric July signature right there. Like I've been wanting to put this up forever. And again, you just put a nail over here and then a nail over here and just leave them out from the wall, and they're not holding any weight. So you just kind of tilt it back a little bit, but it's a matter of just getting it to like.
Yeah, I had to
And-
fight with mine. In fact, let me see. Let me bring up my screen here.
Oh,
And
for the
and for the
Yeah,
for the
see,
record,
it's still
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
catching all
it's
the
so
gloss.
glossy, man, and it gets washed out.
and before hang on, for the record, Royce, I think you have a really nice rack. Continue. I've been
Actually,
waiting
I
to
was-
say that, waiting for a break to say that. The rack
I
got
was
mentioned.
actually gonna say your picture quality is really good. And you
I
can
can't
tell you got a
believe-
nice resolution on your computer.
Can't believe nobody jumped on that.
I adjusted some settings. I know what the original settings were for my for when I had this camera on the old computer. So it's actually the camera, and I played with the settings a little bit differently, not much differently, but a few percentages one way or the other on the different settings, and I was actually able to get a better a more evenly colored. So a lot of the reason that yellow hue would go, why the fuck am I in the center? Don't put me there.
Just
wanna
switch
be
me and Royce.
Okay, thank God.
You know
I
what
was
the
just
meme
trying to
was for
spread
that?
out the video versus avatar and just alternate them.
Oh
No,
no.
please
all
don't
right,
make me
fine,
the
it's
center
your
of
stream.
attention.
Okay.
No.
Frequency.
I
You know what
don't-
the meme would that be for? You know the white chick and all the black dudes surrounding her behind her on the couch.
Have
That
not
was
seen
Royce
that one.
just now.
Oh,
Did
Yeah,
you
good
see
thing
what
you finally put
McCoppin
stuff
did?
up
Did you
there,
see
Royce.
the meme that McCoppin put me in?
yeah,
Oh,
he
I-
did not let that blue screen go to waste.
Hell no. Like,
We're
I
talking
mean,
about
you guys might as well, because the wall's going to be finished by the end of the week, hopefully. Babyface got wrecked. No, I will be babyface after tonight, though. I've got to get clean shaven in case I have to wear my respirator for work tomorrow, because I have a visit from a federal agency. It's going to be awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
They're finally
Oh,
coming
fun.
for you.
Yep. I have a visit from a federal agency. So
Hey, Maji,
I'm not
remember when Royce was orange?
No, so that's one of the settings that I adjusted. I figured out that I screwed up. It was my saturation setting on my camera
that'll
that I
do it.
screwed up. That, and I did well when I was really, really orange. That was the old camera, which is upstairs.
That's the Trump setting.
And
Right.
he started talking like this.
China.
It was very excellent.
China.
It was great. It was a great
there's
live
many
stream.
others.
One of the best live streams ever done.
Right.
Ever.
I agree.
The best
You're
part
really-
of me.
No,
I
Royce, you're really coming a long way since that first stream, man.
which one?
The first Iron Age nights, how things have changed, your screen resolution, your wall, everything, it's coming a long ways.
He's
And he
learning
is
to
gone.
reinforce shelves.
Oh yeah, we still gotta do Bra Hollow, Royce. What the fuck?
You've started
Dude,
drinking real
if I
beer.
can get time to actually go back to the Brawlhalla streams, I would like them to be like on Thursday nights, but I've been invited on a lot of streams, and like Thursday nights is my one like open night of the week. So I tend to leave Thursday nights open in case I get invited to another stream.
No, I'm just saying as a throwback stream.
No,
not really.
no, it's not even a
something to
throwback.
put-
I want to just like make it. I would like to get back to doing it because I love the Brawlhalla streams, especially with the way that the Gilded is now and all the people that we have now. I want to get back to it. I'm just struggling with time, man. My wife just came downstairs and the kids are all sick. We've got one with 101. We've got one with 103. We've got
joy.
oh dude, and it's just been like this for like a month. There's been hospital visits and ER visits and everything's okay. Like it's but and then obviously like everything with the chickens and the chicken coop, and then on top of that, I've been trying to make sure that I could get stuff to set up this room. So I've been working on this room, and then I had the Dr. Stone video that I would like researching for a week and trying to make sure that I had, and a lot of the information that I had, I didn't end up using in the video, but like I still had a lot. It never fit naturally. There was a lot of editing work involved in that. And it's just, dude, the time is just, it's like, I would love to be able to do a video essay once a week. And I think I could if everything else in life calms down for a minute. But yeah, I think living in a new state, the kids, whatever's in the air, pollen wise or whatever, is like it screws with the kids because they're not used to it. So
Well, there's something going around in the schools because my
Local
wife
raw honey.
my wife came down with it, and her fever just broke today. But it's like it creates laryngitis, gives you laryngitis, and it's not COVID. So
they'll sound like I did about a month ago.
pretty much
Yeah.
everybody in the room has had it. Now it's her turn. So
Bruce, we're just happy you hang out with us.
the cool.
okay, that should never like be a thing. I'm not that important.
No,
Chosen one.
But you are
You're
fun.
crazy busy, and yet you're still hanging out with us with what?
We're not worthy.
Hedge,
What?
calm down.
Get off me, man.
I'm not on you. Ew.
Hedging them bets.
Okay.
So Raven Nevermore earlier on mentioned a book.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Okay, Everything I Want to Do is Illegal. War stories from the local food front. So Raven, you were gonna let us know what you were finding. I have not heard of this before.
Yeah, so the guy that wrote it, Joel Slatin,
You come a little closer to the mic.
yeah, he's been farming for a long period of time, and each of these chapters kind of goes over one of the war stories. Like one of them is the chicken police showed up because one of the restaurants he gives eggs or sells eggs to had a salmonella issue, and the way that they figured out it was his fault was completely insane, dumb, and stupid. And it turns out that because what is it that goes through and tests the restaurants?
Private jet.
Not the USDA, the other one. The one that goes through and checks the restaurants and makes sure that they're clean
Oh, the
and
health
everything.
inspector?
Yeah, the health inspector came in, and they looked at all this stuff and they said, "Oh, it's from the egg," and so they ended up. USDA ended up having to come in and check out his farm and stuff, and they found there was an issue with the eggs, and so they had him clean it. And then they came back the next day and they just signed off, "Yep, the farm is good." He's like, "What was that about?" And they said, "Well, one of the issues is that the USDA and the health department have issues with each other, so they had to appear to do something." But he had done testing on his stuff. There was no salmonella in any of the dirt, manure, chickens, nothing. And I guess the chef had tested all of his stuff, and it turned out to be something else in the food that had happened, because whatever it was like a bunch of the different stuff was like raw and stuff,
Oof.
whatever it was that he made.
Ugh.
But it was because of the health inspector that didn't like the eggs. That's what she pointed at, and so that was what the problem was. And then there was an issue with the cow police because it was reported that he was. So when you go and you butcher beef, in order to have it USDA approved, it has to go through inspection during the process.
Mhm.
Well, his farm is too small for that. They don't do that. The one time that a friend of his ended up going through a whole bunch of trouble to do it, the place ended up going out of business right after processing all their food. So typically what he does is he basically essentially sells his cows off to a single person or halves or quarters. And so then whenever it goes off to the butcher to actually be cut up, those people own the cow, basically. It's not his
that's
cow,
not
it's their cow.
uncommon.
And so, but the thing is that whenever it's butchered for an individual like that, then it's not available for resale. And what somebody had reported him for was reselling that beef after it had been butchered. And so they went through this whole process and everything, checked all the cows and stuff, and yeah, they had names on everything, but they still had to do something because they couldn't have the customers paying for the meat after they'd been butchered, because it's not until the cow is butchered until they can find out what the end weight was. So what they ended up doing was they ended up charging $1 per head of cow, or 50 cents if you had a half, or a quarter if you had a quarter. And then they would charge shipping and handling on whatever the meat cost or whatever the meat weight was. And the funny thing with that was that the amount of taxes that the local government was getting was less, because it, instead of being based upon the weight of the cow, it was now based on that dollar, a quarter, 50 cents.
Damn, he was getting screwed with that sale. I mean, they go
Yeah.
by weight of the cows during like 4-H sales and stuff at the fairs. So this isn't.
Oh well, so on his books, because the government agencies said that they had to pay for it beforehand. So what they did was the sale of the cow was that dollar, 50 cents, or a quarter before it went to go get butchered. Then they could weigh it and then say, oh well, the weight of the meat is now we're charging shipping and handling on that.
Damn.
So they were still getting their weight price, but the government wasn't getting the taxes off of it anymore, because that's the way the government wanted them to do the thing now.
Let me go over that back of the book blurb on here. It says, drawing upon 40 years' experience as an ecological farmer and marketer, Joel Saladin, am I saying that correctly?
I think so.
All right. Explains with humor and passion why Americans do not have the freedom to choose the food they purchase and eat. From child labor regulations to food inspection, bureaucrats provide themselves sole discretion over what food is available in the local marketplace. Their system favors industrial global corporate food systems and discourages community-based food commerce, resulting in homogenized selection, mediocre quality, and exposure to non-organic farming practices. Saladin's expert insight explains why local food is expensive and difficult to find, and will illuminate for the reader a deeper understanding of the industrial food complex.
Yeah.
I wonder if does he go into how I think they're in bed with the pharmaceutical companies. It's like, hey, we'll give them subpar food, we'll get them sick, we'll send them to you, you'll send them drugs, they'll come back and go, I feel like crap, I need my comfort food, and the cycle continues.
Yeah, no,
In Minecraft, of course.
he does.
Oh no,
cover-
I think that's on the store shelves.
Yeah, this was surprisingly written back in 07. I actually thought it was older, but nope, it's 07. But yeah, he goes through different things, and in some cases it's like he complains about the fact that in some cases, like the green people, they see there's an ecology problem or whatever, and so they'll come up with a solution to get the government to pay for a grant or whatever else, and it's like, well, they're solving the wrong problem, but they're not. Because if they actually went around and solved the correct problem, then it would no longer be a problem to solve, and nor could they get government money for it. Because in a lot of cases, he's like, I've already solved that problem. Do you want to come to my farm and see how I solved it? And they're like, well, if we do it that way, then we don't get any government money.
I want to interrupt here and say, Billy Bob, I am not watching fuzzy porn.
I didn't say
I
fuzzy
am
porn. I said Redoubt's home state concoction porn.
That's one way to refer to it as.
That's yeah. I got confused halfway through that sentence. So
Well, that book
I'll be
actually
back.
sounds
I gotta
pretty
go pee.
interesting, though.
Sorry about
Ron.
that. I my screen crapped out on me. I had to kind of restart the computer a bit.
In Minecraft?
Oh, I wish it was in Minecraft. No, I actually had my computer glitched out on me.
So the original premise of the book was I don't remember what group it was, but there was a group that was getting some of the best farmers and chefs and stuff together to kind of work through the different problems that they were having on their farms and stuff. And this was throughout the world, and I think the meeting was in the UK somewhere. And one of the days they kind of went around and had everybody talking about, what problems are you running into on a daily basis and stuff. And he was trying to come up with a way to succinctly say all the problems that he was running into. And whenever it got around to him, he finally said, everything I want to do is illegal. And of course, everybody just burst out laughing. Some of them thought he wanted to smoke weed or wanted to go hang out with the neighbor's wife or something like that. And once all the laughing was over and done with, he was like, "No, seriously, like the neighbor's kids want to work on my farm for some experience. Well, that's illegal because of child labor laws. And then also, if I was to hire him, I would have to pay a minimum wage. I'd have to have so many bathrooms within so many feet of the place that we're working, and just all kinds of different regulations and stuff that would just be impossible for his small farm to actually do in order to be able to just let the neighbor's kids work on the farm. And we've gotten to a point where everything is so overly regulated that you can't just give somebody that has low experience just work for whatever without like going through certain hoops and stuff. And it's
Well, I
ridiculous.
think the larger companies who got well established, got a good footing, they would go and then lobby for certain regulations,
Oh yeah.
which at their size they can afford to adhere to those regulations. But even if they don't, well, paying the fine is worth it because they'll profit enough off of just paying the fine. Whereas little independent businesses, they can't tangle with that. So what they're doing is pretty much pulling the ladder up behind them to make sure they don't get competition.
Yeah, well, he's figured small ways around certain things that are legal, like with the cows, having people buy the cow first and then go and process it, because at that point the cow's no longer his; it's theirs.
Well, that you can't technically.
And that's why, people focus so much on national elections and stuff. Yes, important, but a lot of folks overlook the importance of being active in your local government, going to the town hall,
Yeah.
knowing what's going on, because that's where the regulations happen that truly affect you. Those are the ones that affect you directly. But you have more direct say in that because you can actually show up and have them see you face to face, not just stare at a TV screen and hear some news guy talk about it.
Well,
Yeah.
but the way the cow and the sheep regulation, like he was talking about, where they buy the cow beforehand, that's how 4-H and FFA have done
The
all
more
their
that
cows
happens,
and have for years.
the more likely you are to get stuff because local is where it's all coming from. It's
Yeah.
decentralization is where the real power and talent of this country lies. And when people start handling stuff at the town halls instead of trying to fix everything through a centralized national government, that's when you start to see some progress happen as far as kitchen table issues, I think.
Yeah, well, one of the other things is the processing, because one of the things that he brought up in one of the chapters I just finished is that when hunters go out and they hunt their food down and they like catch a deer or something, they kill the deer out in the field and then they bring it in. It's usually sitting around for a while. The body has time to go through certain processes and stuff to.
Well, yeah, if you want to age it.
Yeah.
To make
You
it
have
more
to. You have to
tasty.
drain the blood.
Yeah, and that's one of the things he says. In order to get USDA certified on that meat, as soon as you kill it, it has to go into the freezer or something. And it's like you leave no time for any of that to start processing and taste
Yep.
better. And
It's an enzymatic process that both flavors the meat and also makes it more tender too.
yeah,
Variety Content Entertainment says hi. How
Hey,
you
what's
doing,
going on?
Variety? Welcome to the chat.
I'm talking with him in the back. That's why I disappeared. I brought him here. He came across he came across my channel and he's asking me if I would like to be on his channel. I was like, "How'd you come across my channel?" He's like, "YouTube recommendations." I'm like, "All right, so before you have me on your channel, I just want you to know like who I am. Like I'm down. I'm totally down to guest on a channel, but like let's just make sure we all know what we're getting into because I don't want to go on your channel and like say some stuff that's gonna like make your audience mad because that would be really disrespectful of me to do. I told him to check out this week's Sunday Coffee because I feel like that might be good. If he can make it past my Sweat and Crisco comments and some other things that I said, I think we might.
So you somehow lured him into the weekly winging it.
I really want to have you on my show. Royce is like, you really sure about that?
Like, right.
He's a smaller channel, and for some of the bigger channels out there, I'm like, all right, like they can kind of take the risk because they know how to play the YouTube game better. But for the smaller channel, Wrangler knows what I'm about. Wrangler knows what I'm about. He knows how I do. He knows that if something's said and I get pissed, I'll just rant, and he's okay with that. But for channels,
are you kidding me? Wrangler sells tickets.
Right? Yeah.
Have y'all seen the Desolate Soul Studios channel?
I haven't.
They're doing like interviews with all the comic skaters and stuff.
Oh no shit. That's cool.
A.S. Bernard says the federal election is more important every election because the federal government has more power every year.
Oh,
yeah, and it's supposed to be the other way around. I think it was Mike Church back when he was on Sirius Radio. He once said, remember, according to the Constitution,
Royce is getting
the federal government is there at the behest of the states, not the other way around.
Just say it, Royce.
But A.S. Bernard's right. The more and more of that power has been centralized, and it's flipping on us.
I can actually hear his butt cheeks clench from here.
I hate it when you guys do this. I really do. You guys do it to me. Okay, so you know where we really went wrong? Okay, so you know the biggest part. So here was the biggest problem. Where
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Those history buffs
back.
out there. Yeah. Okay. The biggest one of the biggest crimes against specifically the states' rights versus there are two amendments that I think absolutely eviscerated states' rights, and they happen to be sequential. That would be the 16th Amendment and the 17th Amendment.
Is one of those the Interstate Commerce Clause?
No.
Okay, I've had someone actually try and tell me how that hurt freedoms. I'm like, I disagree, but that's
right. It's a different conversation in and of itself. Let me rant on the 16th and 17th Amendment. Okay, so the 16th Amendment. My God, he's old. Sir, I know the Price is Right's been over for a few hours, but good Lord, you can stay up for a minute longer.
It's tapioca day today.
It's God.
I want to hear this rant.
I'm not gonna lie, a really good tapioca isn't bad.
I want to hear this rant and then hear readouts of you.
Okay. So here's what
I'm saying.
I am of the firm opinion that the 16th and 17th Amendments were passed directly to go against the 10th Amendment. Now, if all of us know, the 10th Amendment is largely known as the States' Rights Amendment, right? Okay, so for those that don't know, if I need to actually read the thing, I will. I have it right here. But the 10th Amendment, as the abbreviated version, is basically, if it's not explicitly stated in the Constitution and in the Bill of Rights, which was the first 10th Amendment, which was the first 10 amendments. Now, amendments are obviously passed later on to amend the Constitution. We all know that. But if it's not explicitly stated, all powers fall to the states. Now, the way to subvert that, the way that we were originally set up, is that you actually had statesmen and you actually had housemen, right? Whereas you get the House of Representatives and then you get Congress. Okay, two very, very different things. Okay, so you've got the Senate and the House. So the Senate was supposed to represent the state in Washington. Stop it, good sir. We're not quoting. Can you get your hand gesture? All right, you know what? Do you want me to should I hand talk this whole thing? All right, so just so I can satiate needs, I will hand talk the rest of this as much as you guys want.
Well, I was looking to see what you were holding.
So,
is that a pocket Constitution? Yes, I used to have one of those in my pocket.
Like 6 of them. I actually have one sitting on my desk at work. So it's funny when people come in and they look at that on my desk. They're like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Yeah,
everybody should have one."
You're one of those guys.
Oh no, all of my guys know that if they want to get me off, and when it's yearly safety training, if they want to get me off in the weeds, just mention how bad the government is. They all know it at this point. But anyway, so the issue is that now you have the States' Rights Amendment. Now you obviously had the Senate and then you had the House. Now, the House was there to represent the people of the state and to coordinate with the Senate. Now, the Senate would then represent the state in Washington. Now, what it used to be before the 17th Amendment was passed, and we'll get into the 16th here, but the 17th Amendment gave the power to the people to directly elect their senators. It used to be you would elect your House of Representative members, and then they would get together, and then they, as working for the people, would then elect the people who were supposed to represent your state in Washington. So you have a few degrees of separation there, or at least 1 degree of separation there when it came to representing your state in Washington. Thusly, you elect House of Representative members. House of Representative members then elect your Senate state representative. The 17th Amendment gave the ability over to the people to directly elect their senators. Okay. This, I believe, was something that was completely underthought of. I've read the arguments of the time. I know what the back and forth was of the time. I think it was duplicitous in nature. And the reason that I say that is, at the time, we knew that the House of Representatives elections were largely a popularity contest, right? And the House of Representatives members, for the most part, really kind of only affected what was going on in their states, worked with their governors, things like that. And it actually took the consensus of House of Representative members. So for states that have more House of Representative members, it actually took more consensus between them if they were separated between multiple parties to actually get a state representative in Washington known as the Senate. When you passed it along to the people, the same popularity measures that handled for the House went over to the Senate. And what that
Jewish space lasers.
And that's how that, never mind, I'm not allowed to say bad things right now, but that's how she got elected. Okay. So essentially what you have is you had the unifying of the parties that happened more from the people. So you had less and less back and forth between the parties. The 16th Amendment, I believe, was directly go directly against the 10th Amendment, because the 16th Amendment, for the first time in American history, gave the pocketbook of the federal government the ability to grow larger than that of any individual state. And thusly, after the 16th Amendment was passed, we started seeing federal subsidization of states and laws being passed based off of federal subsidization crawl to a level that we have not ever seen in this country. That is something that I 100% believe was to go directly against the 10th. I believe that both of these were passed almost simultaneously, very, very closely together. I think it was 19. Let's see, the 16th was 14 and the 17th was 16. I think I'm wrong on that. You guys need to double check me on that. The year doesn't matter. They were passed sequentially next to each other in order to go against. Because if you have more money, you have more power. And if you have the ability to turn crucial elections into a popularity contest, you thusly reduce the power of the population, and you ultimately are able to manipulate the population.
Oh, wow.
So,
And
my
radio and
historian-
TV played a big deal on that too, because they started seeing that like the 50s and 60s, where people campaigning primarily on radio started losing to those who looked good on TV.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, that was
Rita, this
JFK.
is your
That's why
area of
JFK won.
expertise.
What?
I just have a very simple comment. The 16th Amendment, February 3rd, 1913, ratified.
As Bernard says, I have about a dozen
17.
pocket constitutions. So if I can't have
Yeah,
guns,
that's
I'll have
right.
my microaggressions.
The 17th was ratified April 8th, 1913.
Yep.
You know what's interesting about those dates?
Oh, wow.
Guess who was president by April 1913?
Yeah, it was Woodrow Wilson. And I believe it was
And I
the
just
first
love
Roosevelt.
him.
It was the first Roosevelt. It was Teddy Roosevelt who actually oversaw the arguments for both of these.
Bully.
And then passed it over to Wilson, and he was actually Wilson was actually elected after that. And so Teddy Roosevelt was actually all in favor of both of these amendments. This is why I can't stand the guy. I know the Rough Riders and this, that. No, but he was passing the constitutional amendment. The other crap part about the 16th Amendment, if you actually read the language of it, it doesn't cap the ability that the federal government has that they can tax you. The federal government, under the 16th Amendment, can pass an income tax of 110%, and it is perfectly legal under the 16th Amendment. If you look at the restrictive language of the first 10 amendments that the founding fathers passed, they were very, very deliberate in what they said and their intentions of it. The amendments after that got very, very open to interpretation because of the language that they would use. They didn't pass the fine line restrictions in the subsequent amendments as they did in the former amendments that restricted the federal government and the federal powers, because the later amendments were actually designed to widen federal grasp on the country and try to start really centralizing everything. Now, they started the centralization efforts, obviously. Further back, you can refer to Razorfist's video on, Lincoln being a tyrant. I mean, the centralization of the country has all but started about 5 seconds after the Constitution and the Bill of Rights were passed. We know this.
God, I went and
It's
smoked and
documented.
still fucking ranting.
I'm listening. Keep going. This is actually good.
Yeah.
Jose Hernandez says, let's bully Wrangler into showing them. Yo, Wrangler, show the tweet.
Show the tweet.
No.
I'm sorry. It's not my show. I shouldn't rant.
No,
I'm not sure which tweet he's talking
Keep
about.
going.
I'm
Get me
assuming he
going
meant his earlier post.
Get me going off on Sunday Coffee. That's my rant stream for the week.
No, you were hitting. Good point.
This is my zone.
I'm good at the rants. I will say this. I did a Rippaverse video for the first time in a long time and is, as of right now, performing incredibly well on the channel.
Are you copying?
Awesome. Were you talking about the Alpha Core thing coming out?
Less about the Alpha Core thing coming out. So obviously Eric July and the Rippaverse announced that Chuck Dixon would be working with them writing the Alpha Core story. My commentary, as always, is not what the title would suggest. My commentary is more on the ramifications that large names like this in the indie sphere can have on the indie sphere, and what Eric July, the success of his first campaign, shows other creators. That if you have a really successful first campaign, it opens the door for you, Machi-chan. It opens the door for a lot of smaller creators. Sorry, I'm watching the chat. I have pop-out chat pulled up. But having larger writers and stuff like this from the comic book world, especially people with prolific names like they have. You get Dixon, Mike Barron, obviously, Mike Miller. You get all these guys. What this is going to do is that it's going to show that if you launch a successful first campaign as a comic book creator and it is successful and it makes a certain amount of money, it's really going to open the door for you, because that seems to be the trend lately, right? Like you come out, you do your own comic book, and then it does pretty well, like very well. You're starting to grab eyes. The second one, we're starting to see this more become a rule of the indie space, is that some of these disaffected writers, pencilers, inkers, colorists, they're all looking for a place to get work, obviously. And they're going to start looking at what the hell? And they're going to start looking at the people who are having those successful campaigns. And so I think that what we're going to start to see is that as more and more people, with Eric July's success, and it's just the magnificent success that his first campaign was with ISOM #1, that's going to draw attention to the space. Then we're going to see other creators rise up. They're going to do better campaigns and so on and so forth. And then the eyes of all of these fantastic writers from the old guard are going to start coming in and lending their talents to more and more indie creators based off of the numbers, obviously. And I think that's going to be something that's really good. I think I said it more succinctly in tonight's video. What?
This is the best time for comics and novels right now.
Can I add a caveat to that? May I add a caveat to that?
No.
I'm gonna add a caveat to that. I think this is the best time for comics and novels for small unknown creators and unknown authors, because literally for the last 70 years it's all been through publishing houses and things like that, and it's been next to impossible for guys like Herman up here and for Maji Chan, who's working on Shalar, to actually get noticed. And so I think the time that we're living in right now is really it is really decentralizing that whole network that's been established
You
for the
just
last
disrespected Wrangler on here.
I didn't disrespect Wrangler.
You didn't even mention him
Shit!
on his own fucking stream.
Ah! How did I do that?
I don't think he.
Maybe because it's the cat.
It's the cat. You're
How much
good.
No,
pain are
we're
you in
seeing-
right now?
It's not trouble.
Have you seen a lot of stuff from Comicsgate as well, Royce?
I've seen a lot of the I've seen a lot of it. I haven't obviously engaged in a lot of it. A lot of the Comicsgate's weird, man. Comicsgate's weird. There is there's a very different vibe with a lot of some of the bigger Comicsgate creators. And I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's like we've had a lot of smaller Comicsgate guys on. We've had not a lot, but we've had some Comicsgate guys on.
I'm going to show you. Hang on. I'm going to interrupt you here. I'm going to show you.
Yeah, do that
I'm
thing.
going to show
Why
you.
aren't
Do that thing. Oh, jeez.
see, that's why I don't want to put it on the wall. It's so hard.
Yeah. Aaron Lepresti's Wraith of God. This is actually second campaign. His second attempt at a campaign. His first one kind of floundered. This one pulled, I think it's something like, it was in the 6 digits when it finally went its first run, and he did a second run. And Aaron's art is fantastic. What?
Katie.
What the?
That was my cat.
Okay.
I told you he's watching that.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Aaron, longtime comic book artist. He's on a lot of different. His big thing is Man Thing. He likes Man Thing, but great art, and it's a kind of like a spiritual western. What the?
The kitty likes a spiritual western.
And this is all backwards. This is the guy who did my my bookmark. Eric Hawkins. He's got a thing called Zombie for World of Oz. He's on his 5th issue, and he has like another book out there. And he fulfills all of his campaigns. Matter of fact, all of his campaigns get fulfilled like within 24 hours. So it's it's happening. Some of them, the smaller ones, aren't pulling in the big bucks, but some of the larger ones, they're pulling in money. And it's probably not, when by the time you fritter out the shipping and the printing and all that, it's probably not a huge amount initially. But I mean, Aaron Lepresti's now on his 2nd book, and it's Wraith of God. And I think, if I remember correctly, I asked Shelley, is his wife, and their first campaign actually pulled. Their first campaign actually pulled in more than the first. Their second campaign pulled in more than the first. So it's my hand talking.
No, keep talking, Herman. Keep talking.
My cat's over here talking too. Hang on. Hayes.
Hey! Go away, kitty! You stay away from my coffee! Get away!
Oh, that's not the cat from your book. This is a scam.
No, that's Hayes.
I hope the cat doesn't have any ticks.
Which cat in the book? There's like 6 or 7 of them.
I think he's referring to Nomad.
Yeah, the actual cat.
I got my first.
The one on the
tick off.
cover, that would be Nomad. The actual
Oh.
Nomad passed away a couple years ago.
Oh, well. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it is happening. Another one, Art Tiber. He's another big artist with Marvel, who was kind of shown to the street. He came out, I think it was with a series called Black and White, and that pulled, I think, 6 digits as well. So these things are happening, of course. In Mark's comic with Shad, I mean, it's happening.
Yeah.
And these guys are pulling in money.
Malin, Shane Davis.
Yeah, Malin's one of the big one, and But actually,
EBS, of course.
Malin lives in the same state as me.
Irene, she's doing the Fiendish. I think it's almost.
Mhm.
I think
Dude,
over 200,000.
I know it's not a big creator, man. I'm looking forward to what Hojo's doing with the mythicals. I don't know why. There's something about that campaign that I'm like,
Well, I think it's going to the printer as we speak.
yeah. Yeah, he's only got live for 6 days. I talked with my wife and I'm gonna try to back it at least at the lower tier to get the physical copy.
I'm trying to remember
Friday.
if I backed that one or not.
I don't
That's
know,
the
dude.
problem. I've backed so many projects while watching the Wednesday streams and sometimes the IronAge night streams.
Yeah.
I can't remember which ones I backed and which ones I didn't. And then all of a sudden stuff just starts showing up. Surprise, I got a new comic book. Oh.
Chad apparently talked with what's his name, Sanderson or whoever. And,
Yeah, Brandon Sanderson to get the graphic novel published.
Yeah, and he got him
Print
set up with the leather bound gold edged stuff. And he said it cost a little bit more, but he was able to do more with them in the short period of time than he had done with the other company and all the wasted time that he spent with the other company.
Fine leather.
Yeah, because they had, what was it? They weren't communicating everything. I think they completely shut down on communicating with them.
Yeah.
Which was causing the book to get delayed. It was already supposed to be on print and fulfillment.
So I'm looking forward to those showing up. But then the other thing that was pretty cool from Shadiversity was, let's see, when did this drop? 2 days ago. They tested fire swords, and about the first 50 seconds of the video clip, it's dark, and they're swinging these things around and attacking
That was really
each other with
good.
them. Really good.
I cut you with fire.
Well, that was one of the things
I am going to. I'm gonna have to go.
We're about
That's
to
all
wrap
right.
up
We're
anyway.
fixing to wrap
Don't
up.
leave us, man.
By the way, you mentioned the coffee pot thing again with the cat. What I do find a little humorous is that Haley got her nickname from knocking glasses off the table when she was a toddler. So breaking glasses got her nickname Bad Kitty. And then a kitty came along and took out your coffee pot. Sorry about that, but it was still kind of
Stole the title.
funny-ish after the fact.
I genuinely don't know how I pulled off that stream. I was like, dude, I was so restrained on that.
Pretty mad. You can see it on the camera.
I don't know.
You were
how
like
I
a caged animal.
That was bad. My wife even told me, and she meant this in all seriousness. She goes, I don't know how you held yourself back and didn't kill the cat. And I was like, babe, I was 10 minutes away from a stream.
We need a cigar stream.
I've been trying to plan. I think
coming.
so. The cigar stream most likely is going to happen in July, predominantly because of the setup. Because I'm not actually going to be here. There's a work thing that's going to take me out of state, and so there's a Friday in July where I'm actually going to have to stream like from my parents' house. So I'm going to have to do like a road setup and all that, and it's probably not going to be good. And I have no freaking clue how that's going to work. But that's probably going to be the cigar stream because I'm going to have to be outside, assuming the weather's nice, or in my parents' garage, streaming from my tablet. So that's probably going to be the cigar stream. And then that's going to be a round table. We'll probably have a full panel of people and just have some that's going to be my guess because it would be really hard for me to conduct a good interview on that setup because I don't have like a good,
Well, now you gotta get me on there since it ain't a true one, you asshole.
What do you mean?
I really want a cigar. I'm gonna go to my cigar shop.
No, my wife brought
home on there too.
Guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Plug something on your way out.
Oh, hey, check out my new video tonight. It's awesome. I'm really
Love
proud of it. It's
watch it.
doing well on
the thing.
the YouTubes right now. Can I pull it up? Is it gonna?
Yeah,
let me?
I'm actually going to it now so I can put the link in the chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
One of these days, I would like to see you and Readout have a government debate, though.
It's not going to be a debate. It's going to be us.
I know you two
working
have such similar
Does this matter?
ideals.
Hey, Wrangler, did you back the Ghost of the Badlands?
I did not.
I do not
I can see you
remember.
having a
I
whole
may have.
rant on
I've
Wolf
backed a
Bunny
bunch of
right
stuff,
now.
and I just lost track. It's like when I have a little extra cash and there's a project up there that looks interesting, I'll back it. There are plenty of projects where I'm like, oh, that looks cool, and I'm like, I can't do it this week.
Jose
By the
Hernandez,
next
if I
week-
debated you, I would bury you. There's a debate with me. You better come with at least 2 nose breaths worth of knowledge in order. Like if you come at me with like some mouth breather shit, I'll bury you. But if you come at me with at least 2 nose breaths, you stand a chance.
The 19th Civil War Civil Rights Act is the greatest act ever because civil rights.
What?
I deal with that every day in college.
I didn't go to college for a very good reason.
I used to have an econ professor that basically his entire class was him assigning us something to read and then him bitching for like hour and a half to 2 hours about Reaganomics. Oh, that was so much fun. I
Are we
can't
in
tell
the
you
same
how much.
economics class?
Yeah, I can't tell you how glad I am no longer in college,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had.
and I only got a frickin' associate. So think about that.
Run,
Later.
Guys, I'm out. Guys, check out the new Ripperverse
run.
video. It's doing well. Really proud of it. Proud of the new setup.
Link
really
in the
working
chat
my
below.
really working my ass off to give you guys the best possible quality that I can, which is why I'm turning this whole freaking room into a studio. Because I want you guys. I'm not writing any books, and I am like what I can do is I can shout out. My voice is my craft. That's what I do, and so I want to do that. That's why all of this is changing and ever evolving. And so I work my ass off to make sure that I can provide you guys with the best that I can. And so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Check out my new Ripperverse video. It's awesome. And I think it's thought-provoking. I try to be somewhat thought-provoking, except for Sunday coffee. Then I just rant. It's fun. I yell at fat people and tell them that they need to stop sweating Crisco. It's great.
That was a great comment.
There's a reason why they call him the Iron Booty Daddy.
Number one,
Iron
IronAge. booty
Number
daddy.
one,
There's a
IronAge.
difference. Get it right.
You
You
should
can be
probably
an
let him
you
go
can
before
be
he
an
gets-
IronAge booty daddy if you go and support me on my Gilded. That is actually the title for the top tier.
You got that link too, by the way? Gilded link. I'll drop it.
It's a new computer. I don't have everything yet. So
Understood.
stop yelling at me. I'm trying, okay?
I honestly think everyone watching is already in the guild.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, man. It was good to have you on. Nice
Dude,
surprise.
I want to try to be on more. I'm trying to schedule my time out so I can do stuff like this more because you guys are always here on the channel tuning into my stuff, and like what the hell kind of person would I be if I didn't try to support you guys as much as I could, because you guys are doing just unbelievably fantastic work. So
Well,
All right,
you
thank-
kind of inspired the whole thing. So
that's awesome and also terrifying.
isn't it?
Chosen one.
No, don't
Chosen
start
one.
that. All right, I'm out. That's just got weird. It got get. All right, I'm out. I'm out.
Have a good night, man.
Regular, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the Gilded, and I'll see you on the chats.
See ya.
Alrighty.
There goes the chosen one.
I'm glad he kept talking before I could get that thing out there.
But hey, let's go with that. Let's go with that pattern and get to the parting plugs right after we catch back up with the chat. Okay, where we're roundabout here, where Jose was saying, "Debate me." Guilty says he backed it. Woo!
Oh, that's probably the mythicals.
Skunks Workshop, LOL. Oh, I gotta read this first before I post it. It's Jose. And skip that.
Yeah,
one.
don't post Jose's.
No, just say in Minecraft after you're done.
Iron glutes. Oh yeah, I posted that up earlier. That was if I remember what I read there, Jose, correctly. That was a cool idea. It's just it would be trying to juggle that along with doing the show at the same time. I don't think is very feasible. Not for my asynchronous mind anyway.
Hey, I try
Do
to
you guys
contribute,
remember what he
so-
posted earlier?
No.
They're talking about where he was asking us to write in with the YouTube chat
Yeah,
word count, a synopsis for your book.
yeah. That it was a cool idea. It would but it's like trying to do that while
Billy
attention to
Bob, you
everything at the
broke
same
Yeah.
time.
freaking Royce's
It's just-
brain,
it's
and you're
too
like,
much
how
for my
dare
brain
you
to handle at once.
disrespect Wrangler?
Oh yeah.
You did.
Okay,
you
readout.
got
You still
him.
with us?
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Let me see if I could. He said
Oh,
on
bear
the
and
parting
raccoon
plugs
didn't
he
kidnap
wanted.
you?
What's that?
A bear and a raccoon didn't kidnap Readout?
We cannot confirm that it has not happened. But he said he for the parting plugs he wanted to show for our friend's page. So let me bring that up once.
Can you guys not hear him?
If I could hit the right button.
Yeah,
we
the
can.
set button. There we go.
I can hear Reed out. He's right
I'm
here.
right
Where
here.
is that? Here we
can
go.
all
A
hear.
humble collector. There we are. This is the YouTube channel of a friend of his, a humble collector. This channel focuses on militaria from the First and Second World Wars.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, this is where you're trying to do the blood spots or something.
And I hope to share my love
Yeah.
of collecting hobby with you as I grow my collection. I do unboxing videos as well as more in-depth examinations of some of the items in my collection. Thank you for taking time to watch my videos and read this channel description. Happy collecting.
Well, he's got over 97,000 views, though.
Read out. Are you having some issues with your
I
audio?
think it's just you, Frequency.
I don't see. I just got a black screen on his. You guys can see
Oh,
him?
he's there.
Yeah, he's
there.
here.
It's fine.
I can't see him.
He's
At
waving
all.
away.
Yeah,
He's
been waving
accusing
his
you
arms
of
and stuff and
blackface,
saying
Readout.
stuff.
Either you're messing with me, or
Unmute,
you see
Reed out.
somebody there. I see a black screen.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep, he's there.
Then my computer's going funky on me.
All right, Readout. Parting plugs.
All right, if they can hear, I can't hear you, but if they can hear you, go for it, guys. Let me know when he's done.
Subscribe to a humble collector. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. We get to 1,000 subscribers, you're going to get a very special thing from both me and him. We're going to get really, really weeby, very weeby.
Yeah, and they're gonna wear fox and dragon costumes. For some
Not that
reason.
weeby.
We're getting weedy in this joint.
We're getting high school girls driving World War II tanks weeby.
Ooh.
So if you want that, you subscribe to Readout Production. No, well, you subscribe to Humble Collector. I will appreciate a subscription to my channel as well, but subscribe to Humble Collector. You know me. I do random history videos, so that's my plug. Bye.
All right, plug.
All
I
right,
just want the tank.
all set.
All set.
Okay. You know, it's weird. It sounds like we're just standing here with dead air on my end. Watch, I'm going to go back to clip it up and find out. Oh, it really was blank. They were messing with me.
Well, you skipped out on freaking Billy Bob telling Royce he disrespected you on the channel. You like phased completely out, and Royce like broke his brain.
Okay, I could
Oh.
barely hear.
Wow,
Must
he
be
got
that.
mad out the door.
He said, "Fuck you."
Bird in the air.
Frequency's so fucking confused. All right,
I
Raven.
am, and I don't think I'm getting as like Maji. I think I heard you talk very faintly. Like
Oh God.
I don't know what's
I'm-
going on with
Raven.
my system here.
Raven parting plugs.
Oh, Friday Night Tights is having a Dallas meetup Thursday, June 8th at the Farm and Feed in Plano. And I plan to be there.
Nice.
Readout, I see you now.
Hi.
I can hear you again too.
Hedge boy. Man.
What?
Old man.
No, you want me to
Dinosaur.
show?
Yes.
By the
Put it next to your face. Put it next to your face.
Buy this
There
book,
you go.
and then this one too.
That FUD. That FUD.
See, he embarrassed himself the first time on the camera. Maji-chan.
Hi. All right. So I don't really have anything cool going on, but IronAge.media does check him out. He's actually got some really cool writing prompts this month. Some actually really neat, unique pictures. So feel free to check it out. If you want to write a prompt, go for it. If you just want to read, there's plenty of nerd stuff on there.
All righty. Kapla, kapla, kapla. Good. Now frequency.
Yes.
Parting plug.
Oh, is it that time already?
Mm-hmm.
We are
I had no
past,
idea.
actually.
No, I realized what I forgot to do again.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Hey, at least I got you to play the AOC thing.
All right. Buy my book. Oh, that's not my book. Buy his book. Oh, also
Buy
don't
all
forget to
those
check
books.
out. Yeah, buy them all. Buy them all. Read them too. That's the cool part. But
I really don't care if they read them, just as long as they buy them.
No, I want to one day turn on YouTube and see people doing versus battles with my characters I created in them. That's when I go, yeah, I've made it. However, speaking of characters and lots of them, go check out World Without End. James Esparza was here earlier. Check out his world. It's a lot of fun. That link is also in the description below. Also down in that description below is a link to another book. And now I actually get to say, yeah, buy my book. That one's actually mine. Go ahead, check it out. Haley and Elizabeth are black. Yeah, and they just go on this awesome action adventure through an underground complex and make some aliens kind of unhappy. Anyway, if you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like, and if you didn't, I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you next time, and God bless.
See ya.
Yeah, if you didn't like the stream, we'll stick Jewish space lasers on you.
Jewish space lasers.
Boom.